a lot of people had a lot of opinions, which has led me to alienate myself from a lot of people. Hi, how you been? I know. Like, I've made a lot of promises recently, and I haven't really come through on any of them. It's crazy. So basically, there's a lot going on, and I am overwhelmed because it's basically happening simultaneously. A lot of overlapping deadlines and timelines, and your girl just stressed, unmotivated. It's just a lot of things, you know. So whole heap of things just go wrong a while ago. I have an open bite. Tim Hortons bread is not bread. I don't know what it is. And the chicken is overdone. I had to just tear it, but I don't have my incisors and canines working together to do that. So, you know it go. It's been crazy. I have a new apartment, but I've decided I'm not going to do like the last one and just like grab little bits and pieces of things that I can afford in the moment. Although I am going to do that, but I'm going to do it a little bit more strategic, because after the runaround that I got when I was trying to get that apartment, I'm not moving anytime soon. Nope. So I'm definitely gonna invest a lot of time and other resources into it. So I don't have any updates on the apartment to give you guys, except that it's bigger than the other one, have more space, it has more opportunity, and yeah, for the most part that's where we're at. Life is very eventful right now, and you know, bag of things. I don't want to be one of them people that come on to YouTube and tease you guys and say so much more coming, because I've been that person. I've been promising you a lot and not delivering. Oh, no, see me here? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, go on with things. I have an appointment next week to do my hair, so finally I'm gonna let someone back into my hair. Whew. Pray for me. Awesome. It's not bad tasting, you know. You just have to work hard feed, and I don't need to work so hard for the food when I spend my hard-earned money on. I understand. One of the things that I realize, like collectively, I am not excited about the reopening of the city. The possibilities of going out and doing stuff, because the things I want to do, a lot of the things that I want to do are like group related and whatever, and the people that I'm reaching out to say, hey, let's go do this or let's go do that, don't want to go or not going. And then the people that invite me out to do stuff don't invite me to the things that I actually want to do. So it's a whole domino effect. You turn me down, so I'm gonna turn you down, so I'm gonna turn you down, and it's just, I don't know. I prefer lockdown because I like the simple things, and I liked how excited I would get about just running to Walmart, because not everybody had the luxury of going to the grocery store and having fun, you know. And now it's like all the things you liked doing and all the things that you excelled at, not go on feet again. So find something else, do something else, get excited about something else. I want to go to Wonderland, I want to go to Wet n Wild, but for so many reasons, so many excuses, when I reach, and it just it makes me sad again. I want to go out and eat and dine out, but it takes a lot out of you, especially to get pretty and, you know, be extra. I want to do so many things, but again, I don't want to do them, if that makes sense. If that makes sense. So I lost my dad earlier this year. April 1st, he and the mother of his last child, my baby sister, were victims in a terrible car crash, and it's been crazy, you know. A lot of people know that we didn't have the best of relationships. Very few people knew that we were on the best of terms that I could ever think of when he passed. A lot of people had a lot of opinions, which has led me to alienate myself from a lot of people and cut off a whole heap of them and kind of send some of them up in some places. I am not sorry for that. I am not sorry. The one thing I'm sorry about is that whenever I did, I feel like in person send them up in some places, or like push them up in some places, I had to watch the funeral via Zoom. That was not fun, and that was while I was away in Alberta. I actually did it at a friend's house, so I wasn't completely alone going through it, or in that moment I wasn't alone, so there was that. But it's really impacted the way I think and speak, and not in the way that you would think, because I am more open and honest and to some extent brutal in making my feelings and disapproval clear. You know, it's been, I was mad because one of the last things, one of the reasons why our relationship was not, it wasn't what it should have been, or it wasn't what I had imagined a father-daughter relationship would be, is because he was not consistent. He would say, yeah, I got you, I'll do, like, I couldn't count on him for nothing. Bruh, it's a bat up and catch kind of situation. You go catch her, it's a 50-50 chance. Most of the time, maybe 70-30 chance of him not coming through for me. You understand? And over the years, my girl to acknowledge that and say, oh, like, fuck it, you know? But his last, one of our, I started having open conversations with him. I've started to do this with a lot of people. One of my goals for 2021 was to make sure, say, all of who in my life serve a purpose. And yeah, a lot of them go say, oh, a lot of people think that, oh, you only deal with people because of this and because of that and because of that. All of we do it. I'm going to insert one clip at the end of this from Quest Spinners on Instagram. Go check him out. He summed it up perfectly, telling you that you literally only friend somebody for what them bring to the table, and it doesn't have to be their money or whatever. You know, say by talking to me or by dealing with me, you have somebody to talk to when you go to school, or you have somebody to laugh with and stuff like that. So yeah, all of we have people in them life for certain things. And I had decided that I needed to know where people lie in my life. I needed to make a conscious decision of who is here for me and who contributes to my well-being, and do it with the people that take. You have those friends that when they need comforting, them call you, them dep on you, you comfort them. But when them have fun, and you in the Snap stories and the Instagram stories, and I'm like, that hurts. So I'm gonna push them to the side if I can get rid of, if I see where they don't contribute in any way, I cut them off completely. But if they do, I'm limiting their access to me, and I did that with so many people. I actually did a clean sweep throughout a series of, clean sweeps. I went through and I removed some phone numbers and some contacts on Snapchat and some on Instagram, and just like, alright, stay over there, so let's see where you lie. And then some of them get blocked, like fully blocked, because you actively introduce your negative energy and I'm not interested. But for the ones that only when I reach out to you I feel this pushback, then I just don't reach out to you. Like it's levels to this. It's levels to this. So I've been doing that for the past year, and one of the things that I find I was doing too is I started conversations with my mother and my father about things that I resented them for, that some of them they don't even remember, or they didn't even know that that's how I felt. And I'm like, here I am harboring all this like hatred or dislike, or me have you up for something, and you know say that's the impact that it had on me. You know that it happened, or you didn't realize that I had known that happened and it impacted me. You understand? So we really were at a place where we were having honest conversation, and I told him that I've been here, I'm supposed to be finishing up school, I'm tired, I'm overwhelmed, and I just want to come home, come sit down. I literally told him that I want to come to Jamaica and just, after I graduate, just come home and just chill out for a couple months, because since I've been in Canada, it's been work, school, work, school, work and school, work and school, work, school, work, school, work and school, work and school, like no minute to sit. So I'm like, as soon as I get this certification that, hey, you're done with the program and you did it, I'm gonna come home and I'm gonna, chill out for a couple months. That's why I'm like, right now I just want to come to Jamaica and just relax. And he's like, yeah, I'm getting my life together, so when you come through, I'm gonna be here, so when you come, I can do it for you. He literally said that. I have that record. That was one of our conversations that I recorded. I have the whole conversation recorded, and he promised that he was going to be there when I get home. But in true Edgar Gillen fashion, he's not there. He is not there, and at odd hours of the day and night, I find myself thinking like, because I'm not there and I haven't been there for the better part of the last 3 to 4 years, maybe that's why I don't miss him as much as I think I do. But trust me, at the randomest moments of the day, on the bus, on the train, in mid conversation with people, I'm like, whew, I gotta talk to my father about this. Or, I should ask my father that I'm supposed to know. Or like just things like that. I literally, in the first month, I took up my phone so many times to call him, to ask a question, or to ask him to do something for me, or to tell him something, especially since with traveling and stuff like that. Every time I'm traveling, I say it to him, except when I'm going to Jamaica. When I'm going to Jamaica, I'll only tell him when I reach there, because him chat too much. But that's another thing. So like with everything else, I would call him and I'd be like, I'm going to there and stuff like that, or and he would call me when I'm there. How is everything? How was the flight? Like stuff like that he would do. I know that. And then when certain things happen, even something like the accident that took the life of him and his baby mother, I'm like, say he would have probably called me and tell me about it. Like even stuff like that, it's a lot. It's a lot. And even now with the new apartment, I remember when I got my first apartment, I talked to him every few days and tell him about stuff and show him stuff and show him the new things I'm gonna buy. And he's on my broadcast list for when I'm sending out my YouTube video. I have a broadcast list that I send to a select number of contacts, and he's on it. And the other day, I'm going through my phone, my archive chats, and I see like a recent date with our conversation, and I'm like, whoa. And then I realized that it's because of the broadcast system. I'm like, man, I'll take him off. Whoever get the number after this, go get the video them. It's just, it's crazy. So it also brought me back to a time. So there was this time, right? Like I said, so when I was going to UTech one day, child, as me say, me and my father neck and neck on a lot of things, a lot of issues. We not say eye to eye on nothing, because I don't know, like, why are you like this? And I was the child that was most like him. He's the black sheep and I am the rebel. But I rebel in passive ways. I'm more passive. So we're there, and I remember, so there were 4 of us going to Mobay from Kingston. The driver and 2 other people. And this song played, Luther Vandross. I don't know the title, but him sing about Dance with My Father Again. That song. And I remember from the game when Jason said, he was like, sometimes I wish my father was dead so I could enjoy this song a little bit more. I said it to be comical, but the other 3 people them in the car take me on. And then I'm like, well, in all honesty, he's not like that much of a significant part of my life, so I don't see why all up in on the feelings. And they were like, no, you said that no, but if he was really gone, you would have missed him. And reality, they were not wrong. Granted, they did not know what I was going through at that time or what I had gone through any at all. They were not wrong. I miss him dearly. I do. Literally about 2 or 3 nights before he died, me and some people on Clubhouse JA had a conversation about this. This that I'm telling you about, the turnaround with my father. I'm like, I've accepted him for who he is. I'm like, I know who he is as a person. I've acknowledged that this is who he is, this is what he is, this is the capacity that he is involved in my life, or he contributes to my life on a daily or weekly or monthly, yearly basis. Excuse me. This is who he is. Either may I go love him from afar, or may I go cut him off. And I decided I'm already far away. He doesn't have the immediate influence over me like he would when we were, say, growing up or living together. But I'm at a safe distance. Child, I'm in Canada. You're in Jamaica. Let's, keep it how it is. Let's keep it safe. Let's just say, I gotta stay and work around that, not building up too much of an expectation, and just saying, all right, this is who he is, this is what we are. I'm my father at the end of the day. No, I'm not telling anybody to accept any kind of foolishness, because during those conversations I basically put down my foot, like, I'm not take whatever from you. And a lot of people have that. A lot of people have that with their parents, where if they were to ever have a relationship with their mother, they'll have to put up with all kind of things. And I'm like, I'm not. You do what's best for you. But for me, in that moment, I was looking at it as, and it sparked a lot of debate and conversations and a lot of things. But yeah, we got to that point. And after all of that, when he passed away, I'm like, I don't have any regrets, I don't feel like I didn't do enough, or we could have been this or we could have been that. Sure, he promised to be there for me, and and pulling it back to October, I went to Jamaica for 3 weeks in October, and he was right there. We spent my birthday together. I'm gonna include a little bit of that as well. When I got home, the house was in a deplorable condition, and he came through and he helped me clean up, fix up, and do a lot of things. And we killed a rat. Well, he killed a rat, but we ran from the rat first. But yeah, bag of things, you understand? So we really were we were working on it. We were somewhere, and that was the longest I'd spent in Jamaica since 2018. Like, I basically, when I go to Jamaica, it's for like a week at a time, and that was 3 weeks, and it was a long 3 weeks, and it felt really good. And I stayed there for 3 weeks, and I came back, and that was fun, you know. And then just now I'm looking, and I needed to go to Jamaica in October of 2020, mid-pandemic, to have that experience with him. So I'm happy about that. I'm happy that happened. And Q pull up every morning, music blasting. What you doing today? You want KFC? Alright. You want juicy patties? Alright. Carry me going to some place in a St. James badness places. When you go carry things like people or drop off people or whatever, like some notorious areas we've been in. And I'm like, you know, this is somebody that I trust 100% behind the wheel. So we were all over the place all the time. Just now I'm thinking, who's gonna rush me to the airport? Because he's the one that always brings me back to the airport when I'm leaving Jamaica every single time, because sis is always late. So yeah, always rush me back to the airport. Yeah, that's where we were. No, a lot of people did not know that. A lot of people still do not know that, and may never know that, because they may never see or watch this video with any level of understanding, just pure ignorance. Somebody made some shitty accusations that they know nothing about, and I wish they had shut their dentures, but they did not, and that set me off. And I'm currently, you know, throwing daggers at that person. But in the name of peace, we're gonna let it go. We're gonna just chill out. We're not gonna ruffle any feathers today, at least not in this video. Check out my podcast where I digest all of that, because honey, I had time. The links are in the description below. You can find it on Spotify. I'm working vigorously to get it on Apple Podcast. Trust somebody out there right now is being a grade 1 a-hole, and yeah, I feel better talking about it, but there are days when I don't, and I cry my eyes out, like bawl my eyes out, and you know, and there are days when I cuss him. I'm like, you know, he was a real, it's called balance. Yep. But I don't know, I just felt like being vulnerable with you guys today, and being outside really does help. Look, outside is like super fun. So pretty out here. So like, comment, subscribe. I do have some content that I need to put out. It's already made, it's just not compiled and edited, and it's just a lot. But I'm just giving you guys a little background story as to why I've slacked off, especially after promising one video every day in July. I sincerely apologize. I will do better.